It's time to talk about the Coros Apex Premium. All right, as many of you know, I test out a lot of different running watches, and almost always there are things that I really love and things that I really dislike about every watch. So I try to be honest and give you a complete review so that you can decide for yourself if it's the right watch for you to spend your money on. If you like these videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up below so that I will keep doing them. All right, today on tap, we have the Coros Apex Premium. So first things first that we will all notice about the Coros is you have a dial and a button. That's it. You don't have buttons on the other side. So a little like if you're going from an automatic car to a stick shift, there's just a little bit of a learning curve for like getting to see your different data. But in general, you're going to be finding all of the same data that you would find on every other good GPS watch, right? Right. So the Apex Premium, there is also an Apex Pro, which is basically like going from a Garmin 645 to a Phoenix 6. It's just a little bit of a step up, a few more features, a few more things that are kind of flashy and fun. But you've got all of your smartwatch notifications, you've got daily step tracking, you've got sleep tracking, you've got the wrist-based heart rate, which is not accurate. I'm sorry. I just have to say that right at the very beginning. So there are only a couple things I actually really dislike about this watch, and the heart rate is at the very, very top of the list. As someone who trains by heart rate, it's frustrating to me that their general response, even on the website, is that you should wear a chest strap. They are not wrong. A chest strap is almost always more accurate. However, I have other wrist-based watches that I've told you about that are super accurate. So what do I mean when I say this is inaccurate? I mean that normally if I'm on an easy run, my heart rate is 137, 140. Within 2 steps, I would be around 160. I could be doing a 1 mile downhill and it would still say 170. So kind of no matter what I did, it was always super high. Now, when I was at rest and sleeping, I actually felt like it was probably fairly right on, but it was horribly inaccurate when I was running, and I was not running in cold temperatures, which often throws it off. It was 60s and sunny. I didn't have, anything that was obstructing it from getting a good reading. Now, the only other potential issue could be that for me to put it on, I had it on the very, very last hole here, and maybe that just wasn't quite tight enough, but that was as small as I could get it for my wrist. So, watch face wise, it is smaller, so it does, a lot of women like that it actually sits a little bit nicer on the wrist. I would probably, if I were going to keep using this all the time, they have other watch straps and ones that look like they either have kind of a magnet or Velcro so that I could tighten it further. That would be the very, very first thing that I was going to do. Okay, so beyond that, you can customize all of the face screens just like you can with Garmin or Polar. So you will log into their app, you'll decide that, hey, on running, I want these screens and I want this data. The actual watch face, you can pick from a few different things, but there's not a huge volume there. That being said, one of the things that a lot of people love about Coros is they listen to feedback from users to create new things that are truly useful. And they don't just create them for the new watches, they push out firmware updates all the time. So when they create new stuff, you're still getting it in your older watch almost all the time, which is pretty impressive because, let's be honest, a lot of manufacturers are not doing that. They just want you to buy the newest version. So that's a pretty cool thing and something that a lot of people have said they love. Now the other feature that people have their minds blown with on the Coros is battery life. So you can put it in ultra max mode and it will have up to 100 hours of GPS life. Many folks told me they can go like the whole month wearing this all the time and not need to charge it. I will say that in the time that I've had it, I have only charged it on the very first day, and yeah, I still have crazy amounts of battery life left. So that's a pretty awesome thing. In testing it to look at how accurate is it, like I said, heart rate, unfortunately, no go. A lot of people on the trails have said they felt that this was more accurate than the other watches that they were wearing. This could be because it uses GPS and GLONASS. Oh my gosh, I can't pronounce that. But basically more satellites. However, again, another watch that I was using when I wore them both together came out significantly different, and the more folks I have talked to, the more often that we're seeing Coros comes up a little bit short. Now, on their website, they will actually go into a very in-depth thing that says they believe their watch is actually more accurate because it smooths out the line, where a lot of other watches, it's almost a little bit of a zigzag as the GPS is kind of following you. So make up your own mind on that. Overall, it is a great priced watch. There are a ton of features from, like I said, the smartphone notifications to plugging in your own training. In their app now, you can actually create strength workouts. So you can say, I want to work my upper body, and it will give you a bunch of exercises. And then you can even like use that via the app and sync it to your watch and all that good stuff. So they are truly helping you to train better, and that's something I haven't seen in others. In others, you could plug in a workout, but they're actually helping you build strength training programs. That's pretty cool. But there you have it. My initial thoughts, it's all about what features you need in a watch. And like I said, it is a really, really great watch. It's just the heart rate thing that for me is a major downfall. So we'll see. Hopefully I can test another version in the future. I am positive it is something that they will continue to work on based on the fact that they seem so dedicated to continuously improving.